Good morning, guys. So it's about 7 a.m. Thursday, February, I think, 4th or 5th, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to get up and make some coffee and a little bit of breakfast. We'll have to start packing everything up. Once I get the site cleared up, then we'll go and hit the trails. Still pretty cold out. It's nice and warm in the tent though, at least a lot warmer in here than it is out there. So this tent does provide some good ventilation. But anyway, let's get today started. Alright guys, well, it's about 9:45 a.m. It's time to start packing it up and cleaning up the site here, and give me some time to do some hiking around the area before we head out. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll see you on the trails. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, so getting ready to leave the site here. I'm in the car, and we're gonna start our hiking. So the plan is to I'm gonna find a place that I can park my car for the time being, just to get out of the campsite, because I do need to leave it by 1. I don't want to have to worry about doing that later. And then there's a couple other places that I want to check out when I'm hiking. I think there's a couple other primitive campsites, and I think there's an observation tower in this park as well. So I'm gonna try to find those different places and check them out and see what it's like around there. All right, so let's go. All right guys, so just parked the car here in the campground. It's like a little extra parking area. We're gonna take a little walk to the Marina. I think there's a shop right there as well, so we're gonna go check it out. Maybe I can get a bite to eat there before we start this hike. Alright guys, so up ahead here is the Marina, but it does not look like they have a store up here. I'm gonna check it out, get a little closer look and see, but it looks like we might be out of luck with this store over here. Alright guys, so we found the store, but unfortunately it looks like they're not open on Thursdays, only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I think this is it right here, but there's nothing open on it. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go somewhere else to find something to eat. Oh well. All right, here we go, guys. So Gobbler Ridge Loop Trailhead, observation tower, playground. Well, while we're here, we're gonna go check it out, even though I'm really hungry. So let's do it. All right, so check this out, guys. Pretty nice looking park. Lots of big oak trees and shade. Lots of like park benches and gazebos too. So they did a really good job with this park here, little playground. And looks like we have the observation tower right up ahead here. All right, so a little sign here gives you some fun facts. Lake Kissimmee, third largest lake in Florida. Let's go up the tower. See what the view's like from top. Looks like we got one more flight. Here's a little preview. Pretty cool. Some open prairie land. And then down here it looks like we have a trail that goes through there. And then Lake Kissimmee is right out there. Wondering if this trail goes out to Lake Kissimmee. And then it goes over there that way. Let's head up one more flight, get a better look. This is it. Lake Kissimmee Observation Tower. Pretty nice views up here. Lots of birds flying around. Up ahead that way, looks like a pasture, some cattle grazing around out there. Not sure what they do with this here. This is where they keep all the trees they cut down. Maybe they use that for firewood or something. Alright guys, so after looking at the GPS, it looks like there's a primitive campsite somewhere up ahead in that vicinity there. So while I'm out here, I'm going to take this time to go check it out. Even though I don't have any water or food or anything on me. Shouldn't be too far of a hike, I don't think. But we're going to attempt to do it. All right, let's go. Alright guys, so I think we made it to the primitive site. Got Got a bunch of picnic benches up here. Looks like there's a pretty big fire ring as well. A little grill. There's another one there. So this looks like more of a group campsite, and it even has its own showers and bathrooms there. Very nice. A lot of camping spots here. Got all these areas here. Right over that way as well. Pretty cool spot. Another very good spot I would like to camp at. Let's go check it out over here. The showers. Oh, looks like it was locked, so but yeah, that's pretty much it right here. We'll continue on. I'm gonna finish off this little loop trail. I think it goes back to where the campground is, the main campground, and get back to the car and try to eat something before we do a longer hike. So yeah. Alright guys, here's a pretty cool spot of the trail. Some real big oak trees kind of overgrowing on each side and across the pathway. Providing some really good shade. Look at this, man. Beautiful. Like we got another armadillo up ahead here. It's okay. Alright guys, so we're back at the place where the playground was, where we first started on this trail, and the observation tower. Which is, if I go this way and then make a left, the observation tower would be over there. And then if we go here to the right, this will take me back to where the main campsites are and then where my car is. So that's where we're gonna go, and let's do it. Alright guys, so we are back at the car. We saw the observation tower, saw the youth camp, saw the marina. There's one other place that I want to check out. It's called Buster Island Campground. It's another primitive site. I think it's the one that's like the furthest away from all this other main stuff here in the park. So what I'm gonna do is I actually have some food with me. So I'm just gonna bring with me my backpack and try to get out to the primitive site, and then we'll have a bite to eat when we get there. So that's the plan, and let's get to it. Hi guys, well we're all suited up here. Gonna go and make it out to the other primitive site. Not sure how far it is. I'll have to look at the GPS, but right now it is about 1:15, so we got plenty of time. Let's enjoy this hike and get out there and see what it's like. Alright guys, so we're on the trail heading towards Buster Island. This is kind of like an equestrian trail. At least there was a sign that said so. So It's kind of interesting, but we'll see what happens here. It looks like we got some other hikers up ahead. Alright guys, so it took us through this like really cool looking pine forest over that way, and then the path led over here. And if we go down that way, that's like some equestrian trail. I believe the way we need to go is down this way. So over here this way we have, it looks like a campsite there because there's a fire ring. There's a post to hang stuff on, a couple park benches. So they probably use that spot for camping as well, but that's not Buster Island Campground, I don't think. We're gonna keep going along this way. I think this is more of a service road. It's not the main trail, but we're gonna take it anyway. Check this out, guys. Pretty cool spot. Not sure what these flowers are called. Like dandelions or something. Pretty cool though. Just a huge field of them on either side. Nice open area. See a white blaze right there. Maybe that's part of the trail. Looks like we got a fork in the road up here too. We'll have to check the GPS, see where we need to head next. Alright guys, so we're gonna cut through this way here. There's a few different paths you can take. I think they all lead to the same area, but we're gonna cut through this way. Alright guys, so we found the main pathway with the white blazes. Before we were on what was a service road, I believe, but it looks like we're back on the right path here. Alright guys, making our way on this trail. It's definitely not a shaded trail, but it's a very nice one nonetheless. Huge palmetto, I don't know what you want to call them, forest, I guess. These small palmetto shrubs that just stretch out for miles. Then you got some pine trees coming up. So a very wide, vast, open type of trail with the views. Man, a lot of land out here. Wow. Same with this side, same thing. Man, this just stretches out for miles, miles on end. Alright guys, so we approached a confusing part of the trail here. A couple different places it forks off to. This way and this way are actually both not the way you want to go. There's a little section right here you actually want to go through, and that'll take us closer to the primitive campsite. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take these trails. This trail right here. Alright guys, so we got ourselves a little change of scenery here. A little bit more dense of shrubs around either side of us, more trees. A little bit more shaded, which is a good thing. Here we go. Got a sign coming up here indicating mile 2 of the trail. This is a pretty cool section here. Looks like it's going to get even better up ahead. A lot more shaded. Maybe we're getting close to the campsite. Might be in here somewhere. Alright, so check this out, guys. Really cool spot of the trail. Some big oak trees with the moss growing. Provides some good shade. There's actually a little bench right up ahead there. So if you need to take a break, you can do it right there. And yeah, pretty cool spot. I feel like the campground is going to be getting pretty close. So let's keep going and see if we can find it. So this is a really, really cool section of the trail, guys, I gotta say. Got some big trees. Look at the side of this thing. Big moss growing all the way down. Got a sign up ahead. Getting closer, guys. Some more really nice shaded spots here. And looks like we got another bench up ahead in case you want to take a rest. But we're going to keep on going. We want to get straight to the campsite, and we'll take a little break once we get to the campsite. So we got a fork in the road too. So check this out, guys. Got this huge tree right here. Looks like something got split here. Pretty cool looking trunk of a tree. The trail passes right through it. Alright guys, I think we're getting pretty close. Should be right up ahead here. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's going to be right after this curve coming up. Cannot wait to get this pack off me. It's starting to weigh down. Drink some water, lighten up the pack a little bit. Alright guys, so I'm seeing a sign up ahead here. Right up here. And let's see what it says. Alright, so 2.9 miles. Trailhead, 3.8 miles. Wow. So if we go back around where we came from, that's about 3 miles. And then almost 4 miles to do the whole loop. And then we got the sign for the primitive campsite. Let's go check it out. Alright, here it is guys. Made it to the site. Buster Island Primitive Campsite. This is it. Some tent spots here. Back there. Back over that way too. So this is a very, very remote campsite here. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, take the pack off, make something to eat, and then we'll be back on our way. Alright guys, so I made me a little bit of food here. Got me some instant noodle chow mein. There it is. Added some water to it, nice and hot. Brought some bread with me, and then also some olive oil. So I'll just have dip some olive oil into the bread, have a little bit of that, rehydrate. Enjoy the views here. And then we'll head back. Alright guys, so I just finished up my meal, my little break, feeling refreshed, rehydrated. Now it's time to make it back to the car. Got about, I think, like a 4-mile hike ahead of us. I'm gonna do the whole loop, and it's just after 3 p.m., probably about like 3:10. So I'm gonna try to do this quick. May not be doing as much filming unless I see something interesting along the way. Want to make it back before it gets dark, so let's do this. This is a very diverse trail with so much different type of vegetation. Very impressed with this. It looks like we got a bunch of pine trees that were through some fires. I know they do a lot of controlled fires around here to manage the vegetation. Tell you what though, my pack feels a lot lighter just from using up some water and eating one of those meals. Alright, like it's gonna get a little bit more shaded up here, hopefully. Alright, so check this out, guys. Another really cool area. Super shaded. Nice big trees, bunch of moss. Wow. Beautiful. Look at this. Pretty cool spot to camp out at too. Man. Love it, man. Love this trail. Wanted to show you guys this section real quick before I pass it. Another little change in vegetation here. So never seen this yet before, but a bunch of like grass, real long flat grass and green, growing below these pine trees, and there's just tons of pine trees with the moss growing. Pretty cool combination. And so yeah, I'm moving pretty quick here. Still got a while to go, and it's already past 3:30, so I only have like about an hour and a half left of daylight. So I was trying to get through it, get back to the car before it gets dark. But yeah, so I just wanted to show that part. That was a really cool part. It just seems like this trail gets better and better as we go. Still got this real cool green, grassy vegetation with the pine trees, and nice little rest stop along the way. Another really impressive thing with this trail is every so often you will see a bench that you can rest at. A lot of trails that I've been on here in Florida don't have any benches at all, except for maybe at the very beginning or something. So that's another cool feature. And the fact that it has primitive campsites in a few different locations here. Not sure if you can see him, but there's a little possum up ahead. He's kind of walking around through this grassy area, making some noise. Alright guys, making progress here. I think I'm about 2 miles till we get to the trailhead where the car is. But man, I gotta tell you, this is like such an amazing day for some hiking. The weather is like perfect for it. Even at the highs of today, it was probably like maybe, I want to say like in the 60s, and not a single cloud in the sky. Didn't have to worry about any rain. Nice cool breeze the whole time, and right now is like perfect. Now that the sun's going down, it's probably like maybe in the 50s now. but got a breeze going. I'm not even sweating doing this. I mean, this just feels great. I feel like I can do this all day. All right, guys, getting closer. I want to say probably got about another maybe mile and a half to go. Just trekking along. This pack is really starting to weigh down on my back again, but I'm gonna try to just keep going. So there hasn't really been much change in the landscape and vegetation. Pretty much been this way. What you're seeing now for like the last 15, 20, 25 minutes or so. At least it's providing some good shade though. All these big pine trees, pretty dense. They do have some pretty big roots though, so that's one thing you just kind of have to watch out for when you're walking on these trails is these big roots sticking out. You can trip over them pretty easily if you're not paying attention. Alright guys, I think I see the end up ahead here. Seen a couple signs, so that might be telling us that we've reached the trailhead. Let's take a look and see. Right up ahead here. A couple signs here, see what they say. Although this does look a lot different from where we first started. Let's see what's going on. Wester Island Loop Trailhead. Primitive campsite. 2.5 miles. 3.4 miles. So, could go that way and get to the site, or you can go this way as well. Interesting. I'm gonna go this way a little bit just because I did see a deer up ahead, I believe. Let's go take a little closer look. Look at this though. Beautiful. Alright guys, so we got some looks like a campsite up ahead here. Equestrian area, primitive camping by permit only. Fire and grill only, water not potable. So this is the equestrian campground. That makes sense because they can put the horses right there in those little stables. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so now this is looking familiar to me. So this is the trailhead right here, and when we first started, we went down this road here, which is more of like a service road, And so we pretty much did a loop through there, all the way around, back out this way, back to the trailhead. So now we need to hike from here back to the car, which should only take a few minutes. So let's do it, and then we'll call it a day. And then we have a long drive home, about 2.5 hours to get home. So it's gonna be a long day, but a very successful day nonetheless. Alright guys, made it back to the car, and that officially sums up our trip here to Lake Kissimmee State Park. Really nice park, really impressed with it. Some awesome hiking trails, really nice campground. Definitely coming back again, that is for sure. We still have more of this park to explore. We did not actually go through all the trails. We went through most of them, I believe. There's also a lot of like little side trails here and there in these trails that we did not go to, but for the most part we saw pretty much everything we wanted to see. The primitive campsites, observation tower, and next time we come we may have to just camp out at one of those primitive sites and try it out. But anyway, let's head back home and call it a day, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Have a good night.